It was the reason for the 2-2 test split, even though it's not ideal, was the agreement I had with the previous election committee when I was discussing my future. Because I had plans to retire immediately after the World Cup, but they wanted me to try and play a bit more test cricket, and this was all I could offer them. And I said that as long as they're okay and the board is okay with that, that I'll be willing to play 4 more test matches. They were okay with that, and I said if they were not to tell me that that'll be fine, and that I can then retire after the World Cup. So that's why it's the 2-2 split. Bengal has been great for all of Sri Lankan cricket. I think Murali, one of Murali's favourite hunting grounds. We've always managed to win a lot of test matches here. It's just a place. It's my favourite test ground in the world. I think as players we love coming here because we know the conditions. We've always backed ourselves here, and we are taken care of extremely well by all ground authorities, including Mr. Varnavira. So I think all the boys come here looking forward to a really good test match, weather permitting. And it's always got crowds coming in. It's a great backdrop to play in. All these factors contribute immensely to the feeling that you have when you walk out to play. It's going to be a very, very special ground, not just for me but for a lot of players, both visiting and local. We would have loved to have won a 50-over World Cup as well. We had 2 chances which we didn't convert. It would have been nice to win a few more test matches away from home. In Australia would have been great to have won in Australia. I remember going to England last time with the team and beating England 1-0 in that series was the best overseas tour I've been on. 2006 we drew 1-1 and won the one days 5-0. That was a great tour. It would have been great to go and win in India as well, a test series. So there are lots of things that could have been, but I think that's the way the game goes. So I mean, there are regrets, but they're not regrets that I can that I'll be thinking about for years and years and being bitter about. I've had a great career. I've really enjoyed everything, even the wins, even the losses, the bad times, the good times. Everything has been very, very. It's been a great experience. I just want to be remembered as who I was, how I played, how I interacted with the team in the dressing room. The experience we've shared together, the wins, the losses, everything. The standout moments have been a lot. The way we performed as a unit in big tournaments. I think that's one thing that we can be very, very proud of. We can go into a big tournament with a really bad track record going in, and really surprise teams, and even sometimes surprise ourselves by how well we play in World Cups. Personally, all the wins we've had, especially away from home. Beating Australia for the first time in a one-day series in 2010, T20 World Cup when we won it. All of these have been really standout moments for me. But also, being once Sanajja, Surya, Mavanatha, Pattu, Chamindavas, Aravinda, all of these guys left, to have been part of a setup that's produced cricketers like Angelo Matthews, like Lasith Malinga, Upul Taranga, and the one guy who's been outstanding and is never spoken about is Rangana Herath. I mean, he's been an incredible servant of Sri Lankan cricket. To be a part of a setup that's produced cricketers like this, I'm very pleased to have been a part of that. I think the first time I went to South Africa and scored 98 in the last test, I had to open the innings in the second innings, and I batted through. That was probably the first time I thought that I could probably play Test cricket. So that was special. Scoring my first Test 100 here against India. Again, batting with Murali as he was the last man in. That was very, very special. And my 100 at Lords, my 100 against Australia, they've all been very special moments for me. That was an unbelievable tragedy for the country, for all the the families that lost loved ones. We were in New Zealand when it happened. And to see the pictures on TV, to come back here and to meet people, and to see the devastation, I think it put a lot of things in perspective. Even looking at the Golf Stadium, but also I think it was an amazing thing to see how the country's come back, how those people, the families, have come through grief and trying times, how the Golf Stadium has been rebuilt. So it just goes to show that we're quite a resilient people. And tragedy comes, again, like I said, good times and bad times, but I think the Sri Lankan people are very, very capable of coming through almost anything. When you're sitting in England watching the team play, and I was doing that during the one-day series and the T20 series when Sri Lanka were playing Pakistan, you definitely feel like a former cricketer. You feel you're involved, but you have that outer body kind of feeling where you're basically you want to be there. You almost feel a part of it, but you're watching it from the outside. It can be frustrating at times, but it's something that I'll have to get used to, and I'll definitely miss it without a doubt. But it's good still to be able to play cricket, and I think it's great that there's so much cricket now in the world that you can play after you've finished your international career as well, so that you don't have to go cold turkey and just come to an end, that you can slowly wind down away from international cricket.